salatu wassalam ala rasulillah. It's good to have you guys here this evening. And this is kind of a new program because really in our very diverse community that we have, everybody is doing their thing, and we often fail to gather people together and recognize them for their contributions and their achievements. And we've done a few of those things, and this is one small effort in that way, inshallah, to recognize the movement of Islam in our community and the response to that movement in the lives of different people. A lot of people ask about people who converted to Islam or embraced Islam. And they would like to know what is the characteristic, what is the thing that makes them become a Muslim, etc., etc. And they think that if they ask these questions, they're going to find some secret of da'wah, of how to call people to Islam. In fact, such a wide diversity of people who enter into Islam for such wide causes, so varied interests and causes that you can never generalize. And so you think you're going to find a certain particular thing and you're going to be able to generalize that, implement that, and it will never happen because it's actually the response of millions of people over years and centuries, over every culture and every region of the world. And so it's a universal response of humanity. Islam is Millat Ibrahim, is the faith of Abraham, al-Hanafiya Samha, the Abrahamic monotheism, which is tolerant and moderate. It is wasatiyya, the moderate and middle way of the universal ummah, wasatiyya, the universal Islamic community of the middle path that is attracting people. Allah said about Ibrahim, إِذْ قَالَ لَهُ رَبُّهُ أَسْلِمْ قَالَ أَسْلَمْتُ لِرَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. When his Lord, God Almighty, told him and surrender, he said, I admit and surrender myself to the Lord, all the worlds, plural, all humanity, all creatures. And so the word Islam basically comes from this story in the Holy Quran, that Abraham himself showed us the way by absolutely surrendering himself to the Lord of the universe, and that is that Islam is always universal. It's not associated with a particular historical time or place or ethnic group or nation, unlike what a lot of people think. Somebody posted, VCU just recently announced a minor, which is a great achievement for them, about Islam and the Middle East and Islam. Or is it a major or minor? Anyway, I forgot. Yeah, it's a minor. But the whole idea is Islam equals Middle East. And so I wonder, well, if Islam is from the Middle East, where did Christianity come from? Where did Judaism come from? So we look at Islam through these ethnic and historical nationalistic ideas, which actually have no bearing whatsoever. And in fact, it keeps and sustains certain sets of prejudice, when in fact Islam is, without doubt, the preeminent concept of universality, of equality of human beings. The religion that is the open door and gate for humanity. that has primarily a vision for unity between nations and races and peoples. And the idea that it is limited to a certain geographical area or a certain ethnic group, as in a lot of people's idea, is the opposite of Islamic monotheism. And so Abraham, without doubt, came from the Middle East, and those prophets and messengers, those scriptures that were revealed in that area in a certain time, they began a movement. But Islam is that movement. In the Quran, Abraham proclaims the pilgrimage to Mecca. And Mecca, as we've been studying in our tafsir class, is the symbol of monotheism, of the simple, basic, natural religion of the fitrah, of the human nature, the nature in which we were created to know our God, to know our Lord. And Abraham called all humanity, and his voice somehow echoed throughout the world. And it's still echoing in our fitrah, in our conscience, in our inner being. And we are responding. Because of different historical reasons, political reasons, etc., that voice has been stilled from time to time and place to place, or it's been concealed, and people have been prevented from hearing it and responding to it. But today we live in a world, in an age of communication, where the tools of communication are wide open in a way that has never happened in human history. And that has been as if it were designed by Allah Almighty for the da'wah and call of Islam. And all we have to do is basically take advantage of those tools that are out there and use them in every modest way, whatever is in our ability, to put that message out there. And the millions of people, actually billions, want to respond in their heart to that message. One last thing, which is primarily our human Muslim community, which is so human, are the primary vehicle for this message, but also we can be the obstacle to this message. Our own ignorance of our religion, our own prejudice and national ideas can block the way for so many people. It's our job to move out of the way, to step out of the way, and let people in, not block the way for other people. They don't have to go through us on their journey to Allah, but we should be the one who are inviting them in, not blocking the access. And so we have to educate ourselves, not only in how to present Islam and how to convey it, but also how to not be the obstacle to millions of people and to stand in the way we sometimes are in our individual and also communities and institutions. So we have to open our hearts and also open our minds to the human diversity so that we can, inshallah, be blessed by Allah to be vehicles of this message rather than the obstacles, inshallah. So I promise not to have a long speech, inshallah. I just want to welcome everybody and thank everyone for organizing this event. And inshallah, have a good evening, inshallah. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum.